Tonight you dream of blood, not of blood on a blade or the blood on your hands, but an ichor that runs as a torrent through the realms, a flood that pours across the fields and forests, an ocean that floats you to the world's edge and threatens to cascade off into the void. This blood seems a frightening thing, a massive force that sweeps away all resistance. As a whole, it is a monster, and it cannot be stopped. Were it to be viewed from on high, it would seem to cover the entire world in its red-black embrace. You, however, do not have such a lofty perch. From within the deluge you can see it does not move as one, but is filled with currents, eddies, and undertows. Pockets of calm afford breathing space, whilst violent whirlpools threaten to rend limb from limb. Ultimately, it seems undirected and lacks a driving will, a quality you have in abundance. You may be caught within, but sufficient determination can shape what you need to survive. There are still options open, still choices to be made. As the tide presses forward, you steer as you wish, atop a ship called Persistence and under sails made of resolve. A sudden and deliberate wave puts an end to your course and to the dream. It would seem that the flood does have some will and took offense to your enjoying the ride.
Welcome back to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition Neutral Insanity playthrough. Yeah, we just got another slow poison special ability. And we have Nera back. It's lovely. We have memorized some spells and I've identified and sold off everything that we had. We have some bits we need to do now. We need to hand in these banded scalps, for instance. And so on. And the only notable piece of loot is the robe of the evil archmage, which are the same as for the neutral one, but you have to be evil to use them. And I didn't sell them.
What do you need?
But
Don't
I
worry
am
about
now
me.
going to sell
To
them.
all who behave themselves.
Just wanted to show you. Dareworn drops them. And we now have 56,000 gold. Yeah.
Tell me. Don't worry about me.
So, we're going to go to Veragos quickly.
I keep very pleasant company.
Don't worry about me.
And hand in these scalps. And now Baldur's Gate is open to us. We have opened up Baldur's Gate by destroying the Cloakwood mines. So that's where we're heading next, to the bridge up there. The bridge of Khazad-dûm.
You want it? You got it.
The bridge of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it works. And we'll see if we can flog off the wyvern heads on somebody here as well.
Don't worry about me.
Can I assist you?
You have been busy, I see. Well, keep at it, and so on and so forth. Here we go. 10, 20, 29. In total, 33 bandits we've offed. Well,
I've got this.
I don't feel bad. Do you feel bad? Oh, you shouldn't.
Don't worry
Okay,
about
so
me.
here we
A
go.
woman needs her beauty rest.
Again, I can say you do, I don't. Here we have the bridge to Baldur's Gate. We're actually going to, as per usual, go off the beaten path a little bit here. Just want to show the start of it. Because up here, there is a person living here, and we need to have a chat with her. She's a priestess of Umberly.
Casting spells isn't as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Tenya.
Stop! You are trespassing on my land home.
None come this way armed as you are. It was those horrible fishermen that hired you, wasn't it? Yeah, they did send me, but I wish only to know what is going on. We're neutral, remember? We are mediators more than anything. What goes on is none of your business. Leave now, lest you earn the same fate as they have. Well,
Umberly guides
the
my way.
negotiations were short. You return. I warn you once again to leave my home. If you do not, I must assume that you are allied with my enemies. And we said the same thing again, and now she's
Umberly
irritated
guides my
with us.
way.
Why do you do this? You don't know what they've done. Sonner and the others, they are the evil ones. They killed my mother. And now you help them. She only did her duty collecting the offerings from those that would use the sea. They stole her elemental summoning bowl and tortured her for words that make it work. Now they all misuse the gift from Umberly to pillage the seas. And my mother's spirit can't rest until it's returned. I have more power than my mother had. Umberly gave me her anger, but I can't find the bowl, and all I can do is hurt them until they give it back or die. But I'm so tired. I don't have mother's will, and the goddess is so demanding. Help me, please. So yeah, we're gonna help her. I mean, she's a kid. Come on. Oh, thank you. The Sea Queen may yet be satisfied with the return of the bowl, but one way or another, Sonner's group must no longer profit at her expense. It is probably being hidden in a shrine to another god. I don't know where the shrine is, and I couldn't go near it even if I did, but Sonner may tell you. If you ask him with a blade. Go now, for Umberly is seldom patient, and you are not yet on her good side.
Give it to me. I've got this.
So, the negotiations were short, but we pressed on and got a satisfactory result in the end.
Ooh, I'm tired.
So we are going back down to the
I shall
Ankeg farm.
collapse from exhaustion before I fall on the battlefield.
Just hit me, by the way. You might not remember that we picked up this quest a long time back when we were up here killing Ankegs and so on. This is where the guy lives that lost his son, but we're going
want
here,
it?
and we might
You got
well run into more Ankegs. Yeah, we certainly did. Uh-oh, Nera has no
Stand back
sling.
And watch this.
Do I have a sling for her? Oh man, I should have taken the sling from what's her face, but never
What
mind.
do you need? Oh! Go, go, go! Tell me. You want it? You got it.
Past the Ankeg shell state now. We don't need them. We don't care about them. You can't make any more armor, I'm afraid. So, yeah. Actually, it's probably a good thing for game balance purposes, but yeah. Alright, so here we have the 3 ne'er-do-well fishermen.
Cool tempers will prevail.
Back, I see. Have you done it? Have you killed the bitch? The priestess had much to say about the group of you. She knows we sent you. Damn it, she'll kill us all for... Hold your tongue, Tellman. Now I warned you she was treacherous. You've gone and believed her lies, haven't you? And what did she say, that we stole her some bowl or something? Seems a pretty shallow excuse to kill us over, doesn't it? Now, as I said before, we are but poor fishermen, but if we lose... if we toss in another 100 gold, will that change your mind? The child has said that you killed her mother and have been taking too much from the seas. I don't like being used, Sonner. It makes me angry. Well, that's it then. The jig is up, isn't it? That bitch priestess was taking tribute from us for years. Pardon me. Again, I can only hope that I remember to edit that out. The price just kept climbing, and you can't sail without appeasing Umberly. The cleric of Talos in Baldurs Gate said. Suffice to say, we made other arrangements for our safe passage at sea. Part of that deal was a little payback as well, so you see, we are all pawns within the friendly rivalries of the gods. You had best tread carefully, lest you step on some pretty powerful toes. Give me the bowl, Sonner, or I'll not ask nicely a second time. I suppose I have little choice then. I've had it on me this entire time. We felt it was safest that way. Take it, but know that the Storm Lord knows who it is that opposes him. You got what you came for, now get out of here. I should stay well away from any Talos shrine if I were you. Vengeful thing, these gods.
Give it to me straight.
He's not wrong.
I've got this.
Gods do end up causing much more trouble than they're worth, in my opinion, in Faerun. Just look at us. Although we don't know it yet, we're the child of a god. And look at all the trouble we've caused.
I've got this.
So, let's report back to Tenya. Now, you should know as well that Umberlee is not a nice god. So this Tenya is evil, actually. You return. I trust you bear good news. Here's the bowl that was taken from your mother. Perhaps now she will rest. Umberlee is a mother now, and Umberlee is mother now, and she is well pleased. She will deal with Sonner's group in time, and Talos will no doubt abandon them for their failure. They are wise. They will never set sail again, for the sea will take their worthless lives. I have no reward for you, but the Sea Queen remembers those that serve her well. You will be paid in time. And indeed we might, after a manner.
Onward to futility.
What is it this time? I'll do it.
Nera, you are in desperate need of sling. Nestor's dagger. Okay.
You want it? You got it.
We found a quest item for a quest we don't have, so I don't know. If you know what that's about, let me know in the comments. I certainly don't. Okay, so we are entering Baldurs Gate via the Wyvern's Crossing. I think this bridge is called. It's a massive bridge. But here we go. Yeah, Wyvern's Crossing. No, Worm's Crossing. I am unreadable. I can't read.
I serve the flaming fist.
The entrance taxes 6 gold pieces for each party of travelers. Please announce your point of origin. The mystical lands of frolicking naked nymphs where your every desire is granted by bold bubbling bugbears. Candlekeep. Say, you'll have to wait here. My commander wishes to have a word with
Citizens,
you.
please step forward.
Scar says, first off, let me introduce myself. I am Scar, second in command of the Flaming Fist. Though it is not necessary for you to reveal your names, please answer me this. Are you the group that was involved in the trouble at the Nashkel mines? Yeah, that was us. Well, I have to say you've made quite a commotion up here in Baldurs Gate. I can't really put my finger on a single source, but there have been many strange happenings going on within the city. It's been getting harder and harder for me to put trust in someone. I need outsiders to do some investigations. People with no connections to anyone within the city. Would you be interested in working for me in such capacity? We are interested. Alright then, what I'm about to tell you must be held in the strictest confidence. Do you understand? I need you to begin an investigation of the Seven Sons trading coaster. Seven Sons leadership has been acting strangely of late. They've been selling off valuable assets and neglecting many of their more profitable trading ventures. Considering the importance that the trading coaster holds over the economy of the city, the Grand Dukes are noticeably upset. I've got to talk to the coaster's head, Yasu. He rudely rebuffed me, telling me to mind my own business. I've known Yasu for many years, and this isn't his usual behavior. I can't start up with an official investigation, as there is no real reason for doing so. That's why I need you. Okay, we're ready to go for it, but there is something you need to know first. We think that the Iron Throne might be behind recent events along the coast, at the mines in Nashkel and in Cloakwood. We've learned much about the goals and methods of the Iron Throne, and it doesn't bode well for the future of this region. Well, that sheds even new light on things. There's nothing I can do about it now, really, but I'll make sure to look into it. I want you to break into the Seven Sons compound and find out what's wrong. Use stealth in your investigations. I don't want this operation to cause too much of a fuss. The most important person to watch for is Yasu. Once you've found out as much as possible, report back to me at the Flaming Fist compound. I'll pay you 2,000 gold for this endeavor. The estate is located on the southwest side of town. I wish you all the best of luck. Remember, once you're done at Seven Sons Estate, it's imperative that you meet with me at the Flaming Fist barracks, which are just west of the Seven Sons. Important plot point then, to go there and see him afterwards, I assume. Here we go. We have Quail, who I believe is a lawful good character. And it's a little bit late in the game to pick up new people, I know. But he's quite funny, and he is actually in Baldurs Gate 2 as well. Although not as a playable character. But you can play his nephew or something like that. So he's cool. We'll have a chat with him in a second here. I just wanted to go down and investigate here. I don't think there is anything here. Not a single thing. Not a thing.
Casting spells isn't as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Tell me, you want it?
Walking
You've got
alone
it.
in the Coastway Road. How smart is this?
Hey ho there, fellow travelers. You look to be wanderers of the adventuring sort. Tell me, what direction calls you? I am proceeding in a northerly direction this day. It's the same for me. Surely this lends us a familial bond of sorts. The smart move would be to travel as one, especially with the number of bandits in the area. You probably need the counterbalance of my intelligence as well. No, and don't call me Shirley. I should have guessed by the knuckle-dragging gait and minuscule nose. You're a complete and utter moron, aren't you? Well, that's
Give
Quail.
it to me straight.
Apparently. I've never had him in my group. If I ever do a good playthrough,
got
I will
this.
be sure to include him.
I'm proud to stand among
Apparently
such
he is
strong
very
warriors.
irritating and nobody likes him. None of the other party members like him.
Certainly I
Alright,
shall
here we go. We're
collapse
gonna
from
go
exhaustion
and
before I
find
fall on the
this
battlefield.
place. We're not gonna go there yet though. We'll
got
do
this.
that when we need a vacation from Baldur's Gate. We'll go on and enter the
woman
city.
needs her beauty rest.
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Good day to thee, young one. What a marvelous happenstance that we should again cross paths, especially in such a grand city as this. Ah, I see by thine eyes that there is no time for my wry banter. It's true our meeting was no accident, though I do honestly take pleasure in seeing thee again. It's good to see you again. What brings you here? Oh, all citizens of the Sword Coast eventually pass through Baldur's Gate, and I knew you would as well. Forgive my continued meddling, but I believe it is warranted, especially considering the pressures thou art no doubt confronting. My pestering of thee certainly pales in comparison to the influence thou hast felt from others, including thine own self. Orion raised thee as best he could. But 'tis hard to indeed to overcome what is bred in the bone. Much more so in this case, I would imagine. What do you know of Gorion? He was long my friend, and we talked often, though less after he settled down with thee. He was quite the traveller in his day, though he never regretted his new role as foster father. He felt a stable childhood would better prepare thee for, well, the problems that would eventually come. He cared deeply for thee, I hope. This was not lost on you. He was a good man, though I would prefer to walk my own path. I was not suggesting that thou should do otherwise. Whatever the motives, independence is always a wise course to follow. My worry is that thy lineage is harder to escape than most. Thou hast bad blood in thee, though Gorion did what he could to teach thee well and true. Thou hast hungry blood within thee as well, and it will not let thee go without a fight. For better or worse, what's bred in the bone will be dealt with in time. I trust thou hast the will to face what is within thee. I know little of what is to come, but I will do what is best. I am sure the future will be kind to thee. For now I will give thee my best wishes and a few names that will serve thee well. All the theeing, guys, honestly. Scar, it must be really irritating to hang around with Elminster with thee that and thee that. Hast that and hast this and hast that. Scar of the Flaming Fist is a good man as well and well worth trusting. His superior, Duke Elton, is also a good sort. Both are to be believed when they speak. I take my leave and I wish thee farewell. I wish thee well, even.
What do you need?
So here we
Don't
are
worry
in
about me.
Baldur's Gate.
Makes me feel insignificant.
There's noblemen and beggars and commoners and all that lot. And here's the Elfsong Tavern. And
I've just about seen enough waking our slave driver.
I know you're tired, Yahira. But bear with me. We need to just look in the at the edges here
I've
to
got this.
reveal maps, which is a little bit irritating. Normally in cities you see all the map and can go wherever you want to straight off the bat. And here we got Sorcery Sundries, where, you know, we probably will end up spending quite a lot of money in the end. But I thought we could talk to Niklas first here.
Stop a moment. I've got a word or two you need to hear.
Are you hey, you're a fine group of mercenaries, are you? Lestwise, that's the word on the street, that you do the old job here and there. I have a boss who'd like you to have a word with you, if you can spare the time. He don't ask for free, though. And here, here's 50. Here be 50 gold just to hear him out. 50 gold just to listen. A fair deal, lead on. A wise choice of action. Now just follow me and I'll show you the way to the guild. If you're asked the password, it's Fafurd. When you're in the guild, just look for a man named Altus Ravenscar Tuibuld. And he goes up here, opens the door, and disappears. And we can go in here too.
Hi, friend.
You there. What you be doing in this place? You better get out of here, unless of course you know the password. Yeah, I know the password. It's Fard. That's some old fantasy character, I want to say. So, up here we have a person we're going to talk to in 1 second, but I just want to do a little tiny... Here we have Black Lily. Black Lily has a little barrel. In that barrel is a manual. We're just going to grab that quickly. And up here we have Ravenscar and Rezar. And I'm going to talk to Rezar here.
Apologies, but you must die.
Don't bother me. Do you know who I am? I'm an envoy of the mighty nation of Halrua. And if you value your miserable life, you'll step away immediately. Yeah, just wanted to have that said.
Friends, please relax and keep your weapons at your sides.
No need for hostility. I simply must apologize for the manner of my thieves. I suppose the Thieves Guild must keep a measure of malice about it. But it does tend to put a cloud over introductions. I am Alatos Thuibul, though I think you know... Thank you not to mention that too often. You are Saga, of course. Be not surprised. There are very few people in Baldur's Gate I cannot name. You have been here for only a few days, only a few seconds really, and I've already made quite a stir. Your interest in me is flattering, though I question your intent. Oh, I don't intend to flatter, merely to assure you that you have been watched since you entered the city. As for my intent, I do have a proposition for your group to consider. A small task, really, best suited to someone unknown here. I'm quite sure the membership of the Thieves Guild would include several people capable of whatever you ask. Danger of being recognized seems a minor concern if one is able to not be seen at all. Why do you need me? Shrewd, very shrewd. I do indeed have many fine individuals of exceptional skill, but a large number of them are vacationing at the garrison this season. The guard have been exceptionally vigilant, but with the banditry on the roads, and to their credit, they have captured several of my best people. I am sure that in the history of guilds, we are the first to experience a shortage of thieves. What exactly is it you would have me do, and what would be the reward, and so on? Oh my god, exposition man. Well, here we go. It's quite a bit of intrigue, actually. A local wizard by the name of Chandelar makes his home in a moored Halruan skyship. It would appear that he has the knowledge to reproduce these flying marvels and is currently organizing the sale of the recipe to the Grand Duchess Lila Janath. He has drawn up a set of rituals and has procured an artifact fragment and an ancient statuette vital to the spell that keeps the ship aloft. These he has divided amongst his daughters until the deal is to proceed. I've been contacted by a representative of the Halruans, and they have no wish to see scores of flying ships manufactured in every port. You are to infiltrate the place of exchange, steal the ingredients, and return here with them. Simple enough. You would be well paid, enough gold to give you a backache, and, if I'm well pleased, mayhap a magical weapon or two. Perhaps a little more, perhaps a little less. It entirely depends on your performance. We'll accept this challenge, as it should be. Now that you have agreed, the facilities of the guild are at your disposal. Feel free to make use of them and make your presence known to the other members. You have my permission, so they will be less likely to kill you on sight. As for your mission, you have a 10-day to complete it. Informants have told me that the Duchess intends to take possession of the components that 10th day, and the exchange will be hosted by Oberon at his estate. As I see it, you have several options: directly persuade any of the involved parties to hand over the items, or burgle them out from under their noses. Good luck. Now, this is actually kind of a suicide mission he's sending us on.
Give it to me straight.
But we will take it anyways. This is the Manual of Quickness of Action, which raises dexterity by 1 point.
What do you need?
And we now have 17, and we shall have 18. I do believe it lowered our AC as well by 1 point. Very nice indeed. Yeah. But, guys, with this little short entry into the Thieves Guild, we shall call it an episode. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!